When I first started teaching 19, 20 years ago, it was a rough start. I actually started at a school. It's called Student Success Academy. That's my very first job, Student Success Academy. Now, anytime you hear the word success in the title of the school, you know the school might be a little rough, and this one definitely was. No joke here. I had parole officers call me almost every day, checking in on students. These were the kids that were like almost expelled, but like one step before they were expelled, they gave one last chance, and they came to my class. And this is my first year teaching, and I can honestly tell you, it was one of the roughest times in my life. And there were so many nights I would go to bed crying. I would remember driving home from work, and I would just be crying, trying to get it all out before I got home. It was rough. It was so rough. And I remember thinking to myself, why is it like this? What am I doing wrong? What is wrong with me that this is not how it's supposed to be? It's not supposed to be like this. And I thought I was all alone in this. And I thought that no one else was going through the struggles I was going through, until we had a meeting one time. And I remember the principal came in with this chart to show something that was going on, and it changed it for me. And let me share that chart with you here. Now, this is actually for New York City. The one I looked at was for California, which was, of course, where I live at. And the time frame's a little different as well. But when I looked at these different, charts throughout the years, no matter what city it's in, no matter what the years are, it's almost always the same. And what it is, it starts off at the very top left-hand corner. And if you look almost every place you go to, from here to here, there's a steep decline. And so what this tells me is that by year 2, out of 100 teachers that start, only about 60 are left. And then from there, it starts kind of go a little more gradual. But here's the thing that amazed me, is that if you look at year number 5, that is roughly when things start to kind of plateau a little bit. So for me, what that told me is this, that I am not alone in this. It told me that I'm not unusual, that the first year teachers, out of the first year teachers, second year teachers, out of 10 teachers, you have 4 that will quit. And I was like one of those teachers. It is a hard job. And as you can see, there's a huge learning curve. But why this gave me such hope is I realized that if I can make it to year 5, then I'm good. If I can make it to the first 5 years are the hardest. And if I can make it to year 5, then it gets easier from there. So this kind of chart actually gave me hope and allowed me to keep going in this journey. So according to the chart, it takes teachers about 5 years to finally get their feet really planted on the ground and start having some success. Now for me, it actually took me about 7 years to make that happen, a little bit longer than everybody else. But it's finally after those 7 years that things finally started to click. So my goal with this program is to break that cycle. My goal with this program is to stop that huge curve from happening. I'm hoping to share with you the strategies I've come up with, what I learned these past 20 years, so that way it can make your life easier and you can avoid the struggles that I had to go through. And so that way it doesn't take you 7 years to find some happiness in this profession. Let me leave you with this. You are a good teacher, and we are losing too many good teachers, and we want to make sure you are successful. You can do this. We got this. Let's make it happen.